My people, welcome to Igbo Area TV. Today we want to talk about a story that may look small, but if you look deeper, it reveals a dangerous pattern in Nigeria. A pattern of persecution, lawlessness, and fear of political ambition. Just a few days ago, Peter Obi shared a shocking story. His younger brother's company, property in Ikeja, Lagos, was demolished. Just like that. No proper court order, no notice, no explanation. But who sent bulldozers? And why now? Why now? Peter Obi said it clearly. He said, my youngest brother called me in panic. People had entered his company land and were pulling down the building. He rushed from Abuja to Lagos, hoping to speak to the authorities. But when he arrived, that's Peter Obi, even he was denied entry. The people there said it is based on a court order. But the court judgment didn't mention the property. It didn't even contain a demolition order.
They didn't even allow anybody to remove anything. You can go. They didn't allow anybody to remove anything. You can see the equipment that are here. You can see things that are here. Nobody could remove anything. Is that how a country works? They just came suddenly, started demolition. You know, if my brother didn't have a brother like me, they would. He wanted to enter here. They say, no, you can't enter. We have court injunction. What about court injunction that allows somebody to enter into another person's property, refusing for removing his things and everything, and demolishing everywhere? What about court injunction is that? We have finished the country. I have peacefully went to court. No quarrel, no issues. We will. Just yesterday, just on Sunday, I came back from the US, and my younger brother told me that the urgency wants to see me, and I saw him yesterday on my way to Abuja. He said to me that the land, the company land, Nest Food Limited, the land they own for over 10 years, probably over 15 years, belonging to them, that some people just jumped into it and said they are the owner, that they have court injunction, and that they are about to start demolishing it. I said, okay, you go to court. That they won't demolish it without having proper documentation and everything. But yesterday evening, he called me. He said they've removed the roof. They brought 3 tractors or 2 tractors and they're demolishing everybody as fast as they can. And I said, no. I'll leave Abuja this morning. Let me go there personally. He said all effort for them to enter there, they've been refused even entry. And they've chased out the people who are living there. So there's nothing they can do. That's how I came from Abuja. We first flight this morning from Abuja, drove to this place, asked the people who authorized it to demolish. They said I have court injunction that the owner gave them. I said, who is the owner? They said they don't know the owner. They just gave them this. I said, who is the owner? They said they don't know the owner. Can I see the court injunction and see who the owner, the person who is now claiming is sued? They gave me the court injunction. The court injunction explicitly said unknown person. How can you sue an unknown person and say the land belongs to you? A land with property. And within yesterday and today, you demolished the property. Look at it. They've removed the roof, they removed everything. Okay, give me your proper documentation demolition orders, because even if you want to demolish a house, you go to the state, they give you order to demolish, give you appropriate documentation, bring safety people and them, so that we know we're doing what is none. It's only while I'm here now that some people came and said they are from Lagos State, they are safety order, and they say, what kind of a country is this? How do you descend to this level of rascality? How can you see an unknown person enter somebody's land and everything? I've been here for 4 hours. I've not seen one person who comes and say, I'm the owner. 3 people or 2 or 3 people have appeared. Are you the owner? No, I'm not. But I'm acting on behalf. I say, so who is the owner? No name. They've not called the name. I say, but you know my name. I'm Peter Obi. I want to know the next person, so I can even approach him and say, please, this land belongs to a company that my brother is a majority shareholder. The country can't go on like this. We're looking for foreign investors. We're looking for investors. But look at how local investors are being treated. Is that how a country can thrive? This level of lawlessness, this level of rascality. So he's a senior advocate. He knows what is happening. What he's saying is a simple thing. The documents of this property is well documented and everything. And that is why it is important that the owner appears and brings his own documents for verification. All we are saying is you lay claim to something, the court case, when they sued an unknown person, a property like this cannot be owned by an unknown person, fenced. It's owned by a company, and that company, this is their lawyer.
Okay,
I'm only...
Sorry.
Wait, sir. Let me read the right, sir.
Okay, sorry. Where is the tractor going? Where is it going? Okay. Can we speak with you, sir?
Yes, you can.
I know you say you are the lawyer to the company.
Yes, I am. Yes.
I don't know. Can you give us a perspective here? Because I don't know. We all came here and saw that.
On Friday, just this last Friday, we were called upon that some people came here to levy execution on Friday. We never knew about the pendency of any suit at all. Nothing, nobody knew. The suit was filed against persons unknown. Unknown persons was the defendant in the case. What we did was to say, let us quickly rush to the registry to see the process filed, the process they relied upon to come to this place. We now got it only to discover that they came by way of what they call originating summons. And they were even claiming possession, not title, not ownership of the property. Possession.
What's the implication of originating summons?
The originating summons is that it's not an issue that ought to be controversial or contested. And they were just claiming possession. Possession means they want to take over. But there was no claim for, I am the owner, that is title. It was there. We made copies of all those processes and walked all through the day. On Monday, we filed our application, which was yesterday. We filed a motion, 1, for joinder. Let us be joined in the case, as parties in the case. And we attached an affidavit where we annexed copies of material documents showing that we truly own the house. We attached the deed of assignment, we attached every document to show that we genuinely own the house. We also filed a separate application seeking to set aside that order of the court, because the order was obtained without the court knowing that other persons own it. They just sued unknown persons. And I can assure you that if you go through the attached evidence of service, but I can assure if you go through, you see that what they normally do is that they go behind there now paste the court process, snap it, remove it, and go back to the court to file as evidence that they have effected service. We attacked all those things in our application seeking to set aside that judgment. We also filed an application setting aside further execution, which is what they're doing. Staying further execution, which is what they're doing. We also have a leg on injunction pending the hearing of the suit. We also have a prayer where we are saying, my Lord, convert this case to pleading so that everybody will file their own side of the story. And the court will take a plenary session and hear us out. That is where we are. We are about to serve, we have not served them, truly, but they are in the registry coming to serve them. But I expect that as a lawyer, if you know, like I did disclose to the man who came as their lawyer, that there is a pending application of this nature, which applications are of grievous nature. I think the proper thing to do, the circumstances, would have been to await the hearing of that application. Then let the court rule on it one way or the other. That is where I expect my colleagues to take it to and say, oh, since they have come, since, although he's entitled to say he has not been served, but I'm also entitled to assume that having spoken to him, I'm a senior advocate of Nigeria. If I tell him that this is what is going on, he can wait. He should also indulge me, because I will do that and wait. You are not running anywhere. It is the house. A house will not run. A house will not run to anywhere. Are you getting my point? Because the houses are fixed. I mean, the houses are fixed to the land. You can't carry the land down. You can't carry anything anywhere. So what you do in the circumstance would have been simply to take time, wait for the process, take it, react to it, and show that you have a superior title. And then we'll take it from there.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
So we ask again, who gave the instruction? And why are the people involved hiding their faces? This is not just about Obi's brother. This is about lawlessness eating up Nigeria. Now, the particular building has been there for like 15 years. Suddenly pulled down by unknown people. And no one accepts responsibility. Peter Obi stood outside that property for hours. From 10 a.m. in the morning to 2 p.m. in the afternoon. No contractor could say who sent him. No police officer had any document. So let's be honest. Was this just an ordinary demolition? Or something more political? Let's think deeper, my people. Peter Obi is not just anybody, you know. He's the most visible, in case you don't know, the most visible opposition figure in Nigeria today. He has millions of supporters, especially among the youths. He's expected to run again this 2027. Just 2 years from now, not up to 2 years. So, could this be the beginning of persecution for Peter Obi? Remember, in Nigeria, we have seen this pattern play before. Atiku Abubakar's businesses were targeted when he opposed Obasanjo's third term. Things like this continue to happen. Nigeria is when you look at Nigeria's kind of democratic setup, you will begin to hate democracy. You will say, I prefer military rule. And you have heard that from many people interviewed. Dele Farotimi and many of them. If I'm asked to pick with what is happening, I will pick military rule. What is happening to Peter Obi now, it perfectly fits into Nigeria history. The history of persecuting political opponents before election. If they don't arrest you, they come to your land or your business or your people. They target your people. Now let's talk about the so-called unknown persons. In Nigeria, when something evil is done, it is always unknown person. that has done it. That is what they will claim. You hear about unknown gunmen, unknown soldiers, unknown demolishers this time around, unknown contractors. But are these people truly unknown? No, they are just untouchable. They act with confidence. The kind of confidence they act with shows they got the backing of the state, but no accountability. Now, if Peter Obi's family can be treated like this, what about the ordinary Nigerians? What about that widow who is selling akamo when government agents show up to claim her father's land? This is 2025, and already we are beginning to see persecution, aggression towards anyone who looks like a threat in 2027. Why are they afraid? And why the silence over what has happened? Peter Obi has not insulted anybody. Peter Obi is not burning tires or calling for riots. He's simply organizing, talking about a better Nigeria. But for some people in power, that's a threat. You remember recently, they said for organizing a rally that he's arranging another government or so that he should be arrested. Some touts in APC, some political jobbers in APC said he should be arrested. So, to them, he's a threat. And they had to begin to strike him now. They had to start softly, secretly, with bulldozers, instead of ballots, with court tricks, instead of campaign posters. My people, we must not keep quiet, because silence is what gives these people power. Peter Obi's voice matters. Your own voice too matters. We must keep asking, who sent the bulldozers? Those bulldozers. Why was there no demolition order? And why is Lagos government silent? Ndi Ofeman, why are they silent? Now, will this be the beginning of targeted harassment before 2027? Let us say it clearly. Ambition is not a crime. Owning property should not make you a target. We must not all allow intimidation to become norm. Peter Obi's brother is just the latest victim. Tomorrow, it could be another man. Next week, it could be you watching. This is Igbo Area TV, and we are calling for justice, accountability, and truth. If you agree, share this video. Drop a comment and tell us, do you believe this was a politically motivated act? Until next time, stay safe, stay free, and stay woke.